Hello everybody and welcome once again to the 5x55 show. Upcoming just introduce himself. Of course, him being an aspiring footballer, I just want to use this platform to spotlight this next generation of sports stars that want to reach to the utmost peak. And of course, God has blessed each and every one of us with gifts and talents, and you have to take advantage of it and make sure that we die empty by the time our purpose on earth is fulfilled. So this is why the show is there. It's not only to give information, but to give a spotlight to the next generation of stars at whatever sport they are playing. Either it is popular around the world or even to the lesser known, like billiards or even horse racing, so forth, that is lesser known around Africa. So that is why I'm doing this. And of course, I'll just give one part of it. His name is Ryan Song Wafua. He's my young brother. He's taking over my athletic skills, but I'm allowing him to just introduce himself. Ryan Song, why don't you introduce yourself to the world?
Hi guys, my name is Ryan Song Wafua. I'm 17 years old. I currently play in Proline Academy under 17. Yeah, that's it.
So why don't you just describe yourself in 3 words? If you are told to describe yourself using 3 words, what would that be? Just to maybe for those who don't like long introductions.
I would say athletic. Athletic, that means on the pitch, I'm all over the place, jumping, heading, shooting. Then I'm also a speedster, I love running on the wings, and I'm also agile, so catch me on the dribble, you're not going to fight me.
You see, that's what you can bring on the table. So for any football club around Africa or Uganda that is watching this show, this is someone you can tap into and be able to bring something on the table and give you good performances in the near future. So watch out to any football club wherever you are around Africa that is tuning into this video. Anyway, let me start giving you a round of questions and see how the world will look at you. Of course, the first question being, do you consider yourself being a team player, or maybe when you started earlier on pursuing the sport you love playing, were you like Cristiano Ronaldo, someone who likes to be driven by his own zeal, wanting to win many accolades, or you are someone who is team-based, you like to play with teammates, make sure everybody is orchestrated together, the chemistry? I mean, do you consider yourself a team player, or you are selfish, like you want to achieve your goals first before?
Yeah, I actually think I'm a team player. That's every football player should actually call themselves a team player, because there's no way you're going to play alone. It's an 11-man team. You all have to help each other out. There's no way the striker is going to be playing alone. He's going to take the ball from the defense and score. So I consider myself a team player because I don't play alone. I like to play out the ball so that we can all achieve something at the end of the day, because it's going to be a team win, not a personal win at the end of the day.
Yeah, so that's very well articulated, so to speak. Of course, any sports team, a person that is playing in, you cannot play alone. You cannot work alone to achieve what you want to achieve. You have to have people around you. Yes, you may be the star player of the team, but without the people around them, then you're not going to go far. So that's what is basically what it's saying. And of course, just another question that just popped on my head is, what position do you normally play specifically, or you play more than one position?
I can say I basically play on the wings. I can play right wing back, or right winger, or left wing back, left winger. I mainly like running on the wings, so I can call myself a winger.
Just an addition. If you're playing for a club right now and is currently going on a rebuilding process or on a project, and they tell you these are the positions available, which one would you prefer?
I would stick to my wing, because I don't want to cause any problems. I'd rather be where I know I can help the team.
And just general knowledge question. I mean, what makes a football club that you aspire to play in the near future successful? What makes a football club successful? Since your favorite sport is football.
What to make a club successful would be them working together, as I said in the beginning. If one part of the team is working on their own and another part on their own, the team is not going to prosper or do anything great. So once the team is in sync and starts working together, everything else would make the team move from stride to stride. That's like you saw. If I can give an example of the Barcelona team, that you could see whenever they work together, especially the front three, Messi, Neymar, and Suarez, they had the chemistry between them, and once they worked together with the defenders and the midfielders plus the goalkeeper also, they were able to win, and there was no team that was going to stop them once they were all in sync.
Of course, the success of a team is not only determined by individual brilliance, right? It's determined by team cohesion, team chemistry, and belief in themselves that they can beat the opponents and they can go on a deeper run in terms of the tournament, whether it's on a tournament format or even on a league phase. So that's very important. And then maybe the most important thing is that there has to be a supreme being that is around them, that is making sure that putting God first, making sure that whatever they do on the field is not for them, it's for God, because it is God who gives them the gifts and the talents to do what they have to do, right? So that's very important. That's very important for those who are aspiring to be like him, or they are still very young. Maybe they are less than 13, and maybe this is the video and watch. Love this out. And of course, another question that just came in mind is you want to know, in business there's normally a SWOT analysis, right? And if you want to grow your business, you have to go through SWOT analysis once in a while. So maybe to begin with the strengths, what are your strengths as a soccer player?
My strengths are shooting, especially if I come onto my right, because I'm right-footed. So shooting would be one of my strengths, and crossing the ball.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's mainly part of my strengths.
Yeah. And how about your weaknesses? Because there's no player who is 100% perfect. So what are your weaknesses?
Yeah, I would say my weaknesses, okay, they don't come as weaknesses, because through football, you work to build yourself and increase on every aspect of your playing. So the part I'm still increasing my aspect of playing on would be headers, because I'm not really good at air, but I'll try my best to increase in that area. And also on my left foot, at least now I can be able to get shots away on my left foot. So I'd say I'm working on that area, and the headers I'm still working towards it. Yeah.
And maybe just at times when you're going into the field of play, there's something that maybe stirs you up before you enter the game. You've seen videos of professional athletes using either electronic devices before they enter the field, or maybe they pray along the way as they go to the stadium. I mean, what motivates you to succeed, or when you're going into the field of play?
What motivates me would be the thrill of winning a match, because everybody knows when you win a match, there's that happiness and that emotion that comes through you once you win a match. So every time I go into a game, even though I'm nervous, I just keep in my head that we've come here to win, and at the end of the day, we try our best to get the 3 points. Yeah.
And how about at the field of play? Like there's some moments where you get less motivated because things are not working out. I mean, there's that X factor that makes you overcome over something at the field of play. So what is that thing in case you reach at that certain moment? What makes you get back up and make sure that at the end of the day you have achieved something?
What will help me during that moment, I think, even for the team, would be the fans, because mainly we're here to play for the fans. We're here to keep the fans entertained. So once we see that we're not doing well, we look into the fans, because the fans always have hope in their team, even though it looks like they're going to lose. But as long as the fans are there to cheer you guys up, trust me, there is no way you're going to let down. You're going to fight till the last minute.
That's very true, very true. And since you're school going student, are you planning to somehow continue with your studies and at the same time train as a soccer player, or you want to first maybe sort out your priorities, maybe finish school first and then later on try and pursue your professional career? So are you going to do two things at the same time, or you're going to focus on one thing?
I can pretty much say if I'm to put aside football now and focus on my studies, I feel like the time I'll be back, maybe I won't be as athletic or as fast as I was before. So I'm thinking of balancing them both. So I ask God every day whenever I go through my studies and have my training that He should give me the grace to do both and excel in both, so that I don't have to drop one to pursue another one, yet knowing that God can give me the grace to do both of them at the same time and pursue both of them and excel.
Yeah. And future, the whole world wants to know where are you going to be within the next 5 years. That one can be like mid-term goal, right? And then if you look at 10 years, that can be a long term. So maybe if you are to measure between 5 to 10 years, where do you want to see yourself as a upcoming footballer?
In the near future, I see myself at least by the time I've turned at least 20, I should have seen at least gotten my first hat trick and at least representing my country at one of the Africa Games. And also for the 10 years, for my long-term plan, I see myself play in Europe. I've really wanted to play for Chelsea since I was a child, so I really want to put on that jersey. Yeah.
And then imagine yourself a professional soccer player, and maybe today is the last day that you are playing ever, like as a footballer, and you've seen a lot of things happening during your career. You've achieved a lot, and what would be that legacy if your career was to end today, if you are that professional soccer player?
My legacy would be that I'd want to do my best at the position I play, so that I can be able to inspire other people to not give up on their dream and to keep pushing forward, because at the end of the day, with hard work and dedication, you'll be able to reach your goal.
So you're not looking at individual accolades, which is not part of your legacy. You want to focus on making sure that the team that you've left behind continues where you left off, right? That's the most important.
Individual accolades come as a bonus, but the team comes first for me.
Maybe to any aspiring footballer who is maybe younger than you, and maybe they have given up on life, and maybe they feel like they are wasted, what can you encourage them wherever they are around the world, and you've seen the stage where you're in right now?
What I can say is, if you have a dream, you should follow it and always be able to dedicate your day unto God, because once you dedicate your life and everything that you do unto Him, He will guide your path, and eventually, if you stick to what you're doing and you're serious about it, you will excel at what you keep your mind to and reach your goal.
Yeah. Are you on social media? How do you want people to maybe reach you in case maybe they're interested in knowing more about you?
I don't really do social media, but mainly my Twitter handle is at middle and the child. Middle child. There's an underscore between the middle and the child. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so please don't forget to click the logo at the bottom right corner of the screen. Click the logo, subscribe on YouTube. Share your comments, your suggestions, tips, whatever it is that is on your heart. Share it on YouTube. And of course, for those who are following it on social media, on Facebook is at the 5x55 show, and on Twitter is at the 555 show 1, and on Instagram is at 5x55 show Africa. So thank you guys. I hope it has blessed you. I hope that you get to share it to someone who needs to hear this more. And